what you paint, how you paint. Quite often, because I do post a lot, how did you come up with that idea? Or why did you paint this person? I look at every piece of art, every work that I make as practice. Every piece is practice because there's no standstill. If you're going to get better, you're going to have to do it over and over and over again. And things that you painted a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, some of them pass the test of time. Others, you're like, oh, did I paint that? Did I really paint that? But you know what? That's just you, because that's how you're looking at it, and that's how you think of it. However, for someone that's never seen it before, it could be the best thing they've ever seen in the world. It's interesting. It's all matter of perspective. How do you want to be known? What is your art about? Is it a deep thing? Is it do you paint? I had a very good friend. He's not with us any longer. His name was Mark, and he painted auras, and it was amazing. You know, he just really had this feeling that he could see people's auras, and he painted these wonderful motifs, and they were blended very nicely and very angelic. It was amazing. I loved it. Would I paint auras? Maybe, maybe not. You should be able to paint any damn thing you want. Don't paint a Hollywood star, don't paint a sports star, don't paint whatever, because you're just copying and you're just doing this thing and it's not really art. And that's all bullshit in my opinion, because you have to think about it. What is art? It's completely subjective. This painting right here, see this painting? I just worked on it yesterday, and today I'm finishing it up a little bit, and you might not even be able to tell what it is. It's a baseball player. Hank Aaron passed away, one of the greatest baseball players of all times. You know, as a little kid, you know, I played baseball. Am I such a fan of baseball? Do I need? No, not at all. But I had the whim, I had the feeling that I just needed to paint this. It just came on me, and it's like, I thought it'd be a cool thing to do, you know, just try to get the motion of the swing, not any details in the face. I mean, I don't want my work to ever be compared to, oh, it looks exactly like this, or it looks exactly like that. It's not how I roll. I figure I have a camera for that. However, I say, respect the people that can do it, respect the people that want to do it. I don't think it's a matter of can, it's just a matter of want. You know, everyone works differently. You have to paint like Rembrandt or Picasso, or do you have to paint a certain way, or do you have to have a certain amount of people that like your stuff before you feel like you're painting something worthwhile? No. As long as you have it in you and you feel it's worthwhile, it's enough. Think about it. Really think about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you sell it. It doesn't, I mean, I want to sell my works. I enjoy bringing them out into the world. I enjoy putting them out there. I enjoy when people hang them on their walls. I mean, we all do. However, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to create it no matter what. There are things you have to think about, you know, like copyright protection, and, you know, if I'm stealing a image from a photograph, you know, because a lot of us work from photographs. I mean, I do it myself. I mean, sometimes I combine photographs, or I sketch something out from photos and put something together and paint it. But I mean, if you're just painting an image of something, it could be copyrighted. And if you're going to go into the print market like a lot of people do nowadays, you might run into some issues, you know. This, I mean, Hank Aaron, yeah, I mean, is it a known photo? Kind of. There's a similar one. I redrew it. I kind of like added my own thing to it. And to be honest with you, it could be any baseball player. But that's just the way I roll. So what do I want to get at? You can paint anything you want. It's that easy. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let someone tell you what is good and what is bad. I mean, you could take, there's so many people out there that have not studied art that are extremely successful, because they stuck with it, they learned it, they kept doing it, and it's just a matter of repetition, because anybody can draw and paint. It's freedom. You know, I like to paint what I call like beautiful chaos. You know, a lot of my paintings in a certain direction. I like to be free, I like to flow, I like to big thick colors, especially my oil paintings. My watercolor's a little different. However, when I look at paintings I did a year ago, they don't look exactly the same. Things I did 10 years ago, similar but not the same. And it would be quite boring and quite unproductive in life if we just all stayed the same all the time. Style. People talk about style all the time. What's your style? Are you painting in this? I paint with knives. Let me see. I like to use something like this, or something like this and I paint with a knife. You know, I mean, I do use a brush. Brushes are cool. Big brushes, small brushes, whatever. I mean, don't let someone tell you this is the direction you have to do. I mean, sometimes I would like to paint a face that's really realistic and then just add something to it. Why not? Style. I think you can see, for example, in my own work, a certain amount of like similarities because I'm creating it, right? So you can see the way I like to blend colors or the way I like to do certain things or certain kind of motif. My fallback is I paint a lot of dragons. You know, the dragons are pretty cool. No, I don't know why I paint dragons. I just feel like they're like a cosmic energy kind of thing where, you know, there's no right or wrong answer. So when I have no idea what I'm going to paint today, I fall back and do a watercolor of a dragon. Sometimes I even do an oil painting of a dragon. It doesn't really matter. I like doing animals often that roar. They roar. You know, this moment of like pounce. You know, I've done some gorillas and a tiger and a lion and a few others. It's kind of a series that I've been working on that I continue falling back on. I don't know why, but I think everyone knows this energetic move, this feeling of power. How do I come up with ideas? Well, I try to think often. I like to come up with tangents. For example, I know a lot of people just do figurative, you know, body drawings or, you know, certain motifs with women or, you know, because it's a lot easier in this marketplace because everyone wants to do their brand and their style. And oh, I know him because of this and this and this. But the thing is, if you get so well known for a certain style, it's kind of like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Meaning, if you don't develop a certain style and a way of doing things, people might not really want to buy your stuff because they want to see a certain direction. They fell in love with your work in a certain way. And. However, you should be able to change that anytime you want. You should be able to say, hey, I'm drawing and painting Marvel figures right now. Now, you might have a copyright problem here. If you're going out there selling and you want to make posters and blah, blah, blah. You know, if it's pop art. I mean, I see a lot of people doing pop art with Disney figures and Rolexes together. I mean, there's no reason why you can't do like Spider-Man and a Rolex. I mean, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's art. You're painting. It's your expression. Just be prepared that, you know, you might not be able to promote it so big because there are a lot of big corporations out there nowadays that say, hey, you can't have my image here, or, you know, I'm an actor and I don't want you to use my image here and here and here. It's totally cool. I get it. It's all practice, right? It's always practice. This is not a masterpiece to me. I have not created a masterpiece. Now, some people think, hey, I'm not going to do it unless it's perfect. I'm not going to show it unless it's perfect. I like to show stuff sometimes looks like shit or it's not finished, or things I would change later. You know, I have some older paintings that I plan on writing here, kind of like some different text on top of the painting, because actually the design of the whole painting is not so good. So I'm going to try, you know, maybe put some quotes over top of it and just adding some other elements to bring something together that, you know, save something that I like parts of it, but I don't like it as a whole. So you could always like go back to stuff that you did before. So style doesn't have to be one thing. Style could always change. It should change. It should update. Do a series of paintings. I mean, I get asked about that. Oh, do you don't do a series? Or sometimes I get bored. I used to do street scenes in watercolor, and I loved them. You know, I like the layers of colors, and I like to put things together, and I like the way the street scenes. But for some reason, though a lot of people love these and they can really relate to them, they just don't do anything for me at the moment. Maybe I'll go back and revisit it someday, and I'll continue this line, this series, this thought process. We grow, we change, and that's the cool thing about being an artist. You know, you can always change your motif, change your storyline. Just the other week, I took a 4-day course on like Chinese ink painting, you know, on rice paper. Wow, blew my mind. We had this instructor. Her name was May, and she had a brush stroke that was so amazing. It was like in 2 or 3 lines, it had such a life and expression, and it was like unbelievable. And I enjoyed it. And it was not a direction. It's a direction I played with, but it's not a direction I've gone in. But I plan on going more and more into this, you know, this expressive like lines. And it's almost like sword fighting, you know, or like, you know, fighting is like, where's the breath? So I like to try to think, how am I breathing when I'm painting sometimes? Am I holding my breath? What's it like? It's, you know, don't be nervous, be dominant, pull it through, and if it's a mistake, it's a mistake. You can ruin it, you can paint over it, you could throw it away. It doesn't matter. It's your life. Create art, make art. Interesting side note, I used to get bothered when people, would say, oh, I'm an artist, I paint, I draw, and people would often come up to me and say, I draw too, or I like to draw, or I'm a drawer, or whatever. As an artist, you're like, oh, I do more than that. But really, do I? Should it bother me? Not really. So what? I think everyone should be able to draw, and everyone should be able to paint, and everyone should be able to create. So the thing is, you don't need a style. Your style could be no style. Your style could be that style. You can copy somebody if you want, and their style, and their marketing, and their image, until you internalize it and made it part of you and made something new out of it. That's also allowed. The world is open. There is not one way of doing something. The style is just a thing, it's a way one likes to work. People say, oh, if you can paint like this and so realistic, like Rembrandt, or you know how to use light perfectly, you're incredible and you know what you're doing. But to be honest with you, who says it has to have this perfect tone? Who says it has to have the light coming from here and be consistent with the light source and everything? Does it make it stronger? Does it? Probably, but does it have to be like that? There's a whole lot of Japanese paintings and Chinese paintings that are very flat, very 2D, very non-perfectly perspective. You can do anything you want. Get creative, get crazy, be wild. Pick up, a spatula and throw some paint on there. Doesn't really matter. Have fun. Enjoy it. Screw the style. The style will come just through the work. The style will come through the work. Ask people what they think about it. If you're looking to find out what your style is, okay, this is something also interesting. If you're looking to find out what your style is, just have a bunch of people ask about your work, what they think about it. Not, oh, I like it and it's cool. What do they think about it? Ask some people you don't even like. What do you think about this? Let them say it sucks. It's just an opinion. It doesn't matter if everyone hates your shit. You did it. You did it for a reason. It's enough. Love it. Own it. It's cool. Only you made that. You did it. You are awesome. You painted it. You drew it. You sculpted it. You built it. It's part of you. You gave birth to it. It's like having children. Style, direction, don't worry so much about it. It just comes because, you're you, and you'll repeat stuff over and over and over, and you'll refine the the way you do things, and by painting more and more and more, you'll eventually develop this style. Don't worry about it. The whole art market and the, $5 words and pontificating about this art and this and the meaning behind that and what they felt into this and that and those things. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. As long as you enjoy it, as long as it means something. And I guarantee you, it'll mean something to someone else out there. It'll mean something to someone else out there. I promise you this. That's what it's all about, It's just enjoying the moment. Taking a spatula, moving around, taking scrapers, having fun. Be kids. Don't worry about your style. Just paint, just draw, just sculpt, just build, just create. This is a bit of a longer rant today. I'm going on kinds of tangents. I don't know if it even makes any sense, but I will put this out there and I will post it because just like a style, making a video is all about a creative style, right? Get a thick skin. I know it hurts internally when someone says, oh, that's so horrible, and oh my God, why did you do that? It's so inconsistent what you do, or oh my God, the color choice is horrible, or oh my God, the shadows in your drawing are pathetic and you don't know how to shade properly, and so what? Be you, create, have fun, appreciate other people's art. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I like that. I hate that. Be nice to other people. Be nice to other artists and they'll be nice to you. Thanks again. Make sure you like this. Make sure you share it. Make sure you give me some love here. Subscribe. Sign up to the channel wherever you're watching this. Thank you.